Calculations command. Hi guys, we continue our acquaintance with the channels, and today we will talk how to select areas with the help of channels and the calculations command. Let's say we would like to make the sky in this picture a little more interesting. Simply replace it with another one. But to do this, we need a selected area. We go to the channels and choose the most contrasting one. Red, green and blue. The blue one, of course, is more contrasting than other channels. But still, its level of contrast is not as high as we would like. And we remember that in order to make a selected area, we need to create a silhouette in black or white. Of course, we can use the levels command, as we did last time, but it doesn't always give the desired effect. So now I want to show you how we can simplify this process. Make it more correct with the help of calculation command. Go to Image menu and select Calculations. With this command, we can overlay one channel on another, or even the channel itself. That's how it looks like with a certain blending mode and opacity parameters. Here I have blue on blue, and you can see how immediately our image has become closer to what we are striving for. But there could be, for example, a red channel or a green one. It all depends on the situation. You can also apply inversion, but then you'll get something that we don't need at all right now. So we leave blue and blue. We set the linear burn blending mode. In some cases, the multiply may be more appropriate, but the linear burn is used more often. So our image has become a little better already. It has become closer to the result that we are striving for. But we don't stop there. We go to the Image menu and now choose the Apply Image command. And here we overlay the channel on itself. That is, we have created a new alpha channel as a result of our actions. By the way, now we are going to do something using Apply Image command. You remember that you can overlay some other channels on our channel with the help of this command. We'll overlay this channel on itself and choose the appropriate blending mode that will give us the most silhouette image. Sometimes overlay is suitable option too, but we'll take the linear burn. Okay, now we have quite a few areas that we need to make black. It's not that hard anymore. So let's see. Our edges are pretty good, but we need to remove the remaining white areas. Let's try to use the levels. Now we're adding a little bit of darkness. Well, the main thing here is not to overdo it. It's just that if we did it right away, we would have done worse. Believe me. So we take a white eyedropper. Now click on the sky so that it will be white. Okay, and now it's probably worth taking a black brush. I press D, X, and my black color becomes the foreground color. I take a black brush and I paint over the areas that I need to paint over. Let's say like this. I have some dots left. So, in order to edit the edges, you can use the burn tool, as we did it last time. And there is another option. You can take a hard brush, let's say 30% of transparency, and let's walk along the edges of our image. We still have some left here. So let's put a normal 100. Here another non-painted piece. We'll now paint it over with a regular brush, without any additional blending modes there. And we'll assume that we have created the basis for our selected area. Now we can either click on the icon of our alpha layer, or we can click here and we have a selected area. We switch to RGB composite channel. Then we go into layers and edit a mask. So that's what we got. Therefore, the mask needs to be inverted. Press Ctrl+I. Now that's what we need. So let's take a closer look at how our image looks like, how all these leaves and twigs are selected. In general, they are selected quite well. As you can see, all these gaps between them are selected too. And now let's edit the sky. I choose the sky for this picture, adding the sky to our landscape. So, well, we have such small halos here. Here, take a look on the twigs. This happened because I overdid it a little and darkened these leaves too much. I should have stopped a little earlier. Then this wouldn't have happened. But we can, as usual, correct this on the mask layer. Select and mask. So let's edit a little feathering. I take a brush to refine the edge. And now I will walk along the edges of these palm trees, on which a necessary halo was formed. I'm not going to do all this very carefully right now, but I think the idea is clear to you. And if necessary, you can use this option. I want to say again that it happened because I used dark colors in the levels command too much. It was necessary to look at these leaves so that they wouldn't become like this. This is actually noticeable in the process of work, so let's leave our selected area. Okay, and now for example I would like to adjust the sky separately, or adjust the landscape separately. For example, I would like to make the sky a little lighter. Then I can create a curves adjustment layer. I created it in order to work only with the sky or only with the landscape, and not with the whole image, as it usually turns out. Let's say if I now move the curve, then all the image will be darkened or lightened at once. But if I want to work with one thing, I press the Alt key and drag the mask on the curves layer. And now if I go into curves, then only the sky will change for me, or just the landscape. Now I can make it darker. At the same time, please note that the sky doesn't change. And if I wanted, on the contrary, to make the sky lighter, then I choose a mask on the curve adjustment layer, press Ctrl+I and invert. After that, I go into the curves again, and for example, I make the sky lighter. This is at your discretion, whatever you like best. So, we got acquainted with such interesting possibilities of selection with the help of channels. As you build up your experience and practice, you'll learn how to synthesize them and be able to select even the most complex objects. And probably you realized that today's homework will be to edit the sky to this beautiful landscape. That's all for today. It was Peter Romanov and AIM School. See you next time.